Last week, I posted a YouTube video on the top 10 worst Adventure Time characters created and said, because if we get this to 25 likes, I'll make a top 10 best Adventure Time characters video. You all broke that goal within 24 hours. So today, I'm here to voice my opinion on the top 10 best Adventure Time characters created and the reason why. My goal is to hopefully make you agree with me and not to have so many of you hate me for my picks like the last video. Now let's get started. I first want to say an honorable mention that didn't quite make it onto this list, but in my opinion is still a very good character. This character is Gunther. I can't say why he didn't make it onto this list without spoiling a few characters, but overall I love Gunther and his one-liners. But moving on to the list at number 10, I have Cinnamon Bun. Whenever I found myself watching an episode with Cinnamon Bun in it, I was always smiling from ear to ear. He's a very comical character because of his stupidity early on in the show. Eventually he does get smarter and becomes Flame Princess's right-hand man. I honestly can't say anything bad about Cinnamon Bun, therefore placing him at number 10 on the list. At number 9, I have the Huntress Wizard. She's a very cool character with an impeccable personality and a lit character design. When she and Finn kissed, I was rooting for a long relationship between them both because she really is a genuine character and there weren't a lot of those in Adventure Time. But I think the reason why I like her the most is because she reminds me of something that I would fight in Skyrim or see on a Magic the Gathering card. Imagine if she had her own Magic the Gathering card. I honestly would frame that and put it on the wall. Overall, I love this character, placing her at number 9 on the list. At number 8, I have the Lich. In my opinion, the Lich is the coolest and greatest villain that surfaced in the Adventure Time storyline. The Lich's powers were definitely greater to anyone else's, and he truly was an unstoppable force, which is why I was devastated when the first arc in Adventure Time was shortened within 5 minutes of Finn killing the Lich. But it's okay because he eventually made a comeback story to want to kill Prismo, but eventually dying again and then taking a new form of Sweet Pea. One of my favorite things is that they showed the background story on the Lich, which gave us all a little bit of connection to him. Overall, this villain is the baddest and coolest one of them all, therefore placing him at number 8 on my list. Coming in at number 7, I have Prismo. When I write all this stuff down, I keep it on a notepad or on my iPad so that I can remember what to say, right? This sentence for Prismo is a little bit too hard, so I'm just going to read it word for word. Prismo is a celestial being that is a dream that lives in a time room where he watches all current events in the multiverse. I know that's confusing, but it's honestly freaking cool. Like I stated earlier, the Lich's powers were definitely greater to anyone else's, other than Prismo's. Prismo is able to wish up anything he wants to, since he is a dream casted from an old man's sleep. The only way to kill Prismo is to find this old man, wake him up, and kill him. But that's hard, because no one knows the location of the sleeping man, and if he does die, then anyone could take that old man's place and dream up Prismo once again. Prismo is what you call unstoppable. Overall, I love the complexity of this character. I probably would have never been able to design a character this crazy cool, therefore placing him number 7 on the list. At number 6, I have the Flame Princess. The Flame Princess is made out of fire. Crazy, right? I bet you didn't know that. She was locked up her whole life on Princess Bubblegum's orders, because any emotional distress that the Flame Princess encounters, she then has the chance to destroy the entire world. It wasn't until later on in the series where Flame Princess met Finn and they began dating, after of course she was let out of the cage, but then Princess Bubblegum's greatest fear became real because the Flame Princess got super upset. So upset that she started burning a hole to the core of the planet. Now I know this is a step down from Prismo, but the Flame Princess is higher or lower or closer to number 1 than Prismo because she was in more episodes. Therefore, I developed a better connection to Flame Princess than I did Prismo. Overall, I love the story between the Flame Princess and Finn, going through their whole dating life, therefore placing her at number 6 on the list. At number 5, I have Marceline. Marceline is a 1,000-year-old vampire queen. She is also one of the main characters in Adventure Time that has the greatest power that comes with many abilities. Since she is a vampire, she can't die unless she is exposed to sunlight for a period of time or murdered, which it would be kind of hard to do to murder a vampire. On a side note, she was human once, and I would talk about that, but her backstory is super long. Overall, I love the personality and the backstory and all the character connections that she develops throughout the timeline. Without the backstory and her friendship connections, I don't think I would love this character enough. But with all that being said, she does come in at number 5 on the list. At number 4, I have a fan favorite, BMO. BMO was a piece of technology that was created to serve man's entertainment. But since every man was wiped away off the face of Ooh, they are now just there to roam the earth. Or Ooh. However, BMO is a special case. He is a part of the OG3. The OG3 contains him, Finn, and Jake. He is a very bright and fun character with multiple personalities. BMO always manages to put a smile on my face, and I don't think there is a single thing that I could say bad about this character. Therefore, placing BMO at number 4 on the list. At number 3 is probably one of my favorite characters, honestly. It's the Ice King. Well, obviously he's one of my favorite characters, that's why he's top 3. The Ice King has a very tragic and long backstory, but at the end of the day, he's just a human like me and you. His powers are very strong, but not as strong as the characters I listed previously. However, the reason why he is number 3 is because of his personality alone. He is a very lonely character that just wants to be loved, and everyone in the show just doesn't understand that and doesn't understand him. Overall, with his backstory and who he is now, I can't say anything more other than he could potentially be in my number 1 spot. Honestly, there was a huge debate in my head if he was number 1 or number 3 or number 2, but he's number 3. Oh, balls. Moving on to the final 2, I think you all know who they are, Finn and Jake. Without Finn and Jake, there wouldn't be an Adventure Time. And honestly, I can't imagine myself enjoying Adventure Time if they weren't in it. Both of them together is the heart of the show. They are what make people want to keep watching. But the reason Finn and Jake are my number 1 and 2 is because I resonate with the both of them more than I did with any other character. Since Finn is the last human on Ooh, I always love to imagine myself in his shoes. I used to wish I could be Finn so I could have a best friend named Jake, fight bad guys, explore the world, go on adventures, and call everyone that I meet family. And honestly, I think that was all of our dreams at one point. And that's what kept us going back to watch episode after episode after episode. Adventure Time is my number 1 favorite show because Finn and Jake remind me of something I wish I could be. Well, anyways, that is my top 10 list for the best Adventure Time characters created. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like button, because if we get this video to 50 likes, I will rank every Adventure Time character ever on a tier list. Also, consider hitting the subscribe button down below to be entered into the $100 giveaway that will be taking place on the 27th of this month, and also the $500 giveaway. If you would like to learn more about the $500 giveaway, click this button right up here on the top right hand corner, or the video link in the description below. Click this button up here to subscribe, or click this button down here to watch the 10 worst Adventure Time characters created.